Hi there. In our previous video, we went over the definition of EC2, which is Elastic Cloud Compute. We explained in our previous video that Elastic Cloud Compute is nothing but a virtual server in the cloud. Now, to further progress and understand more about EC2, we first must go through one particular step, which is understanding how do you launch an EC2 instance. Now, as you can see over here, we're on the AWS dashboard. Okay, and I'm going to click this orange button over here to launch an instance. Now, in order to launch an instance, there are a couple of steps which are already outlined over here above. Now, as you can see over here, the very first step is we need to choose an AMI, which is an Amazon Machine Image, followed by choose the instance type, then to configure the instance, add storage, add tags, configure security group, and review. We have to follow all these steps one by one. So the very first activity that we need to understand first is understand what exactly is an Amazon Machine Image. Now, we saw in the AWS dashboard that the very first step to choose an instance is that we need to first of all select an AMI or choose an AMI. So in order to launch the instance, we need to first choose the Amazon Machine Image. Now, the Amazon Machine Image, the definition given by AWS is an Amazon Machine Image provides the information required to launch an instance. You must specify an AMI when you launch an instance. However, this terminology is not very clear to help us understand what an AMI does. So we go back and revisit our understanding of how the virtual machines or EC2 instances are created from the physical host. Now, as explained previously, the physical host is comprised of three things: the hardware layer, then the operating system layer. The operating system basically helps us to control the hardware of the physical host, and then on top of that we have the software applications layer, and the software is basically the software we create using the operating system, which in turn controls the hardware layer. Now, as explained previously, we have the hypervisor, and using virtualization software, using the hardware of the physical host, we partition the capabilities of the physical host into multiple virtual machines. Now, these virtual machines have their own operating system, but the decision of how this operating system comes about is basically from the Amazon Machine Image. When you select an Amazon Machine Image, you need to specify what is the operating system that you're going to use to launch the virtual machines or the EC2 instances. Now, in certain cases, you may have a situation where the physical host has an operating system. For example, here, the operating system used by this physical host is suppose Windows, and the Amazon Machine Image also specifies that the virtual machines to be created should be used with a Windows operating system. In such a situation, the EC2 instances which are launched using this AMI are all using the Windows operating software and application which are used to run the Windows virtual server. It could also be possible that even though the physical host has a Windows operating system, the Amazon Machine Image can specify a different operating system to be used, for example Ubuntu. And in that case, the EC2 instances that are created from this Amazon Machine Image are all using the Ubuntu operating system and other application software needed to run the Ubuntu virtual machine. So the Amazon Machine Image basically contains the details of the operating system and application software which will be used to generate one or many types of virtual machines. And it is here that the operating system that is on the EC2 instance could either be same as the physical host, or it could be distinct from the physical host. Now, let's understand what are the components of an AMI. There are three parts of the components of an AMI. First is the root volume template. As explained in the previous slide, the root volume template refers to the operating system that you select and the application software that you need to run the server. The second thing that you need to specify is the launch permissions, which are basically the permissions that control which AWS accounts can use the AMI to launch instances. You could create those permissions to be public for everyone or specific to certain AWS accounts. The final part of the component of an AMI is the block device mapping. Now, Amazon EC2 supports two types of block devices. One is the instance store volume, which is defined as virtual devices whose underlying hardware is physically attached to the host computer for the instance, or EBS volumes, which are remote storage devices. Now let me explain this concept a bit more in detail. When the AMI is launched, you need to choose between the instant store volume or an EBS volume. An instant store volume is basically storage volume, block storage volume, that is physically attached to the hardware. Because it is physically attached to the hardware, this storage volume is called, it's ephemeral. It will not persist if the instance is terminated. Because what happens is, suppose you this physical host is used to generate this virtual server. If the instance or the virtual server is terminated, and if the instance is restarted, it could be possible that the instance is launched not from this physical host but from physical host server number 2, in which case the instant store, the data stored on this instant store volume will no longer be available on this physical host, because naturally it is not part of this underlying hardware. Therefore, instant store volumes are not persistent, okay, and the reason is because they are physically attached to the underlying hardware. EBS volumes, on the other hand, are basically remote storage devices. The EBS volume can be simply attached to any of the virtual machines or EC2 instances, and the EBS volume will persist even after the EC2 machine is terminated or stopped and when restarted. So that is the meaning of selecting between an instant store volume or an EBS volume. The final thing to note about Amazon Machine Image is the billing. Now we have three kind of options available. First is Marketplace Amazon Machine Image, which are AMIs with additional software created by AWS vendors. This AMIs are basically pay to use as they're provided by AWS approved vendors. Then we have community AMIs, which are created by the AWS user community. They basically specify the operating system to use and they are free to use. Finally, you have your own AMIs, which are custom AMIs created by you for your organizational use, and they have internal cost only. I will show this three types of AMIs in our AWS dashboard. Now, as you can see over here, as explained in the slide of AWS billing, that these are the three kind of AMIs available. So first is the community AMIs, and these are typically free to use, and they are created by the community, and basically you just select what kind of operating system you want to use to run your EC2 instance. The other type of AMIs are your AWS Marketplace AMIs. These are AMIs created by vendors, and you just choose them depending upon your application requirement. And finally, you have your own AMI, and these are basically the AMIs that you yourself have created, and these are simply internal costs for the organization. So with this, we conclude our explanation of what exactly is an Amazon Machine Image. We will now go over, in the next video, we will explain what are instance type, because that is the next step of launching an instance, which is you need to choose the instance type. So thanks for watching, and hit like and subscribe, and keep watching our videos. Thank you.